Okay. We are starting off today with Barry and the Buoyant Hope sitting directly over an unknown underwater location. It's the one that's just southwest of the last listener. I think there's, Salem Grave is here. Dover's over here. Lincoln that we just visited is here. So this one is fairly deep. I think I'm looking at 150 meters deep. We're sitting right on top of it. So we are going to go past our, definitely going to end up going past our safeties, 110 meter. So we need to take precautions. See, how many batteries have we got? I've got 64. Now before we took quite a few. So I'm going to make a few more before we head down storming in. Anyway, so and then we also want to take some of these, we ran out of these last time. 15, 20, take 25 of those. Alright, so that's going to take a little while to generate. Let's go look around. I've been reading through the logs, and I haven't found any additional information yet as to caves, excuse me. And the one that we were looking at, the Whispers Within, is still sitting at 22%. Even though we've been to 2 additional underwaters since then, we haven't gained any insights beyond what we had. So, and I've been rereading the ones that we had before, and I've gotten to biomatter logs up here. And I haven't learned anything new that might direct us toward them, but there are a lot of logs, and so I've just been reading through them bit by bit. We'll keep doing that to see if we get any more direction into where we might go for the caverns. They're a little tough to find. There's a fair amount of debris floating around in the water here. Kind of thinking, whoops, that's not what to do. I'm thinking that that's kind of indicative of an underwater site, because every time we've come to something where there's a location underwater, it has had 76. We'll be there shortly. And then we're going to get our underwater glow sticks as well, the ones that sink. Alright, let's look and see. I've got a fair amount of explosive ammo. I might as well put the electric rifle away. So we're not going to be able to use it down there. Will save us a little bit of weight. Oh, I can't put it in there. It's going to weigh too much. Okay. Well, we'll just put it in the one right next door to it, so where the grenades are. I do have some grenades on me. I'm going to take those off. Put them away, because we'll need that spot for the glow sticks. We'll just be a little patient here. Let's go look at where we were thinking of going after this. Now we could go back to Lazarus and generate Davy, Peter, Mike, and Mickey. We have been most everywhere. We've been everywhere that's above water. You can go back to Central Warehouse and continue to leave stores, build stores there. And one thing that was suggested to me that I think makes a lot of sense is to leave a good chunk of stuff there and use the fabricator there to make a boatload of pieces parts for batteries and boxes and things, and then just carry those and not as much of the general resources as I have on hand, and that makes a lot of sense to me. So we'll probably do that. And then until we figure out, let's see, have we been everywhere else? Yeah, we're not going to the unknown seed pods. I don't want to knock anything loose. So I think after we go here, we have been to all locations. Except, of course, the caves. So I might take just rebuilding our stores at the Central Warehouse for a little bit. And then I think I might also go finish the boys and get them launched. And I'm going to continue to read up on how to find the caves. But then fairly soon here, there's supposed to be a new release which will add to the game. And I don't know if it'll add another bunch of POI within this set, or if there'll be something outside of this set, like maybe another area we can sail to that will have a bunch of POIs. I don't know. I have no idea what's to be expected. But we have done an awful lot of good stuff. I did look at the map that we were looking at before, and the where we were headed is definitely right up in here somewhere, but it's underwater. And I think it's going to be almost impossible to find places that are underwater unless you can have the specific latitude and longitude for them, because they are very difficult to spot even when you're underwater with a specific location. And so the idea that you would be able to just pop up, roll up in the guesstimated area and say, okay, here I am, you know, and then head down, that's not realistic. Okay, let's see. Yeah. One other thing I was going to do was to go through here and cull out. We have a lot of calcium, so we don't really need these ones as much. We've got a lot of fat, so we can take some of those. We're going to go make some more biodiesel. Protein, carbohydrate, yeah, we have quite a bit of that. And then, of course, the omega-3 fatty acids, we've got a good amount of that. So we'll just take those chunks and we'll go and try and make some more diesel. Try to have to wait for the morning. How much have I got on now? 120. Again, just for the stuff we're carrying. So let's go ahead and go dump this food in to make diesel. I won't need to carry these hoses. we'll split off 5 of them, and then that'll allow us to connect up to power ourselves up. And then once dawn breaks, we'll head on down. Oops. I would like to be able to use my night vision. One problem with that is that you can't fight off the weevils. Those ones. Almost fell off. Filled up. They ready? And we'll go search this place under the water. Yep, moon's headed down. See them coming toward you across the water. I just noticed. See that batch of white froth? Look how it's aiming right for me. That's them. Got a fair amount of biofuel to pick up when we get back. Well, might as well do it now. While we wait for it to get full dark. Or full light, I mean. As many of these as we can get. Make ourselves some biofuel. Down to about 1,400. Yep, we got about 1,030. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, well, we lost a little bit of time. The game crashed, but it doesn't do that very often. So we'll just, we have to redo a few couple things, but luckily we weren't in the water when that happened. But we do have to wait for daylight again. We were just standing here, and I had just gone in the water and collected up a bunch of bio waste and thrown it in the machine when we lost signal. So let me go check, double check. I think we are just nose in to the underwater unknown. Yeah, So we should probably go off the nose. Go down. I don't think it'll matter too much, but I think that's where the we'll be most likely to be able to spot it. Okay, it won't be long now. Thank you for waiting. Watch how fast that moon goes down. There is a shark, but it's out a good ways. Here comes the sun. That beautiful light. See a lot better now. Oh my gosh. Look at that. What was that caused by? Huh. Never seen that happen. Oh, I wonder if it was that angel. Remember that angel was shoving me off the bridge? Might as well do this while we wait for the full sun. That angel was pushing me around on the bow of the boat. Fixed it. Been around and do fix it since then. That's weird. I do stand on it a lot. Alright, let's go. Well, there it is. That was quick. Alright, so it's not super deep at the top, but it's going to be super deep when we get to the bottom. I think Hampton. Another British name. That's interesting. I took the electric one out, but I didn't put the regular one in. Okay. Let's go snatch the memory before we shoot at that guy. Thank you. See, they like to hang around where the chairs are. Sounds like it. Maybe it's this guy. Huh, I whacked him with my grinder. Sure sounds like a roller boy. Could he be underwater? underwater? I thought he was on this level, but I don't think so. If that isn't a roller boy, I don't know what it is. It sounds exactly like one. Sounds like he's right below me. How interesting would that be? It sounds like that. I hope it's a roller boy and not a laser boy, because if it's a laser ball, I'm in deep poop. I did not see any memories around where that guy was sitting. Double check. Boy, does that ever sound like a roller boy. Maybe it's down on the very bottom. Interesting. It would appear that this has a big, thick area. So that's probably got an air pocket. Yep, it's got a roller boy. How about that? And I can't use the electric one to knock him out. That's funny. Alrighty, we get to fight a roller boy underwater. That should be fun. Above us. I'm stuck on something. Okay, let's see. How do we get in there? We have to find how to get into the air pocket. Oh, there it is. It's not an air pocket. Maybe he's running around underwater. No, it's an air pocket just above me. How interesting. Okay, let's quickly get ourselves back up. It's going to be interesting. Wish I hadn't thrown out those hand grenades now. Oh, he's seen us. Interesting. Having trouble. Oh, that's because I'm in ADSing. I don't know that my bullets are being very effective. Wow. That was, oh look, there's a hand grenade. That would have been handy to have just a little while ago. I hear another one. See that? This one is still making the noise. I'm not going to do that. That is the first. I've never seen a roller boy. It makes you wonder how long has he been trapped under here, rolling around in circles. And where do I get a battery like that? If he'd been doing that for long, can you imagine how long he'd been under here? I mean, it's not solar generated. Ooh, another memory, yay! Yellow pages. Who's old enough to remember yellow pages? Seeing some kind of red flashing going on out there. Okay, so that's it. There's no additional upward on this. So it's only downward from here. Wow, well, that was certainly interesting. We'll keep our grind this stuff up later if we have time. Keep our grinding capability just for the stuff we really need. Fabric. Okay, so that was that. Very interesting. See any more of those guys stuck to the ceiling. Lots of bubbles. These guys are folded up. These buildings are sure interesting. I really like how they made them all different and you never can guess what's going to come next. Or what shape it's going to be in. What sorts of things it's going to contain. I gotta admit, I prefer the kind with like mysteries like this to the kind with a big jumping puzzles, because I have a lot lot of trouble with the jumping puzzles. I don't know if any of you played Destiny 2. I play that as well, and I have a friend that is really into it, and he talked me into it, and we have a lot of fun playing that. Oh, we got another level that looks like it's going to have something inside of it. Or maybe not. Okay, just no windows on that particular side. There's a chair. Not really needing, I think it's because it's daylight up top. I'm not really needing to use the glow sticks. At least not yet. That's nice. Okay, we have a fair amount of these kinds of things that have the text scraps. That's nice. Okay. Oh, I see a memory over there. Pretty sure. Either a poster. Nope, it's a memory. It's got a guard. Assembly instructions. Again with the chairs. Apparently they find chairs very comforting. Do those creatures? Two chairs with every monster. Well, I mean, that's kind of rude calling them monsters. I don't know them. The creatures, let's call them that. It's a robot of some kind. Hello. Have you got your two chairs? Sorry, guy. Ah, one chair anyway. We're on alert. Only one chair for this guy. Finding a fair number of these. That's nice. We'll switch on our battery here in a little bit, but right now we don't need it, so. Okay. I don't know how many levels down we have to go, but. On this level, so let's go down one more level. This, I think, has been the most number of caretakers or robots that I've seen in any place like this. This place is lousy with them. Thought I saw another helmet over here, but I guess not. Alright. Oh, I see another building there. Some kind of major shifting going on here. This floor had like 3 rooms in it. Okay, that's it. Going down. We are approaching the bottom, I think. Almost down to the ground level. Chair, but I don't see a memory. Nope. Sometimes when you shoot them, the memory gets kind of gunky. All the bubbles and the weird noises and all that. Very ambient. Creepy factor. Super creepy. Darker now. So far I'm having just, you know what I wanted to, I forgot. I was gonna bring down my, did I bring it? I did. I was gonna bring down the, I think it's so bright down here though. Well, let's try it anyway. We've got time. Okay. Put that on number 2. Let's switch to that then. That'll be number 6, I believe. Oh yeah. Still way too bright. I hope they're going to tone that down. I have not found a single circumstance, wow, under which that has been. Let's switch back to the other one. Yeah, so far I haven't found any circumstances in which the NVGs work because they are just way too bright. They're tuned too high. So that might be a problem with since they're new to the game. But they just have to turn it down. We've been through here. Okay, let's go out and go down. I think that's probably true. They just have to fine tune it. Oop. Ah, there you are. Go away. I'm gonna kill the guy whether you're here or not. Go away. You don't bother me. Now, let's see. Yeah, you're trying to send your minions after me. Can I actually be out of ammo? I could be. There's another one. Gosh darn. When they hit you with a whole bunch of them. Alright, let's get in here. We'll do our pump it up. And then we better do a couple of these. There we go. Pump it up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, now I think I'm out of bullets for the... I am. We're gonna go with a pistol then. At least a couple more of them down there I saw. On the next level down or on the ground. The monsters or creatures. Now we're right at 110 meters, so from here on out we're going to start hearing the thumpity thump. So let's go ahead and pump ourselves up high. Okay. Oh, that explains it. We'll kill one of them at a time. And the fact that it's nighttime up above. I'll bet. Okay, now, did we go on this floor? I believe we did. I think so. I think we went in here. Pretty sure we did. Because, yeah, we did, because we are down now. We should be down at the level where we're going to be losing power. And I think we've already gone through here as well. Pretty sure. Oh, looks like we missed something though. Maybe not. switch on the battery. I mean our backpack. Okay, now we got a little bit more time to play around. Okay, so either we missed that one or we never were on this floor yet. It's a little confusing after a while. Bottom level. Road. Huh, we got another air pocket. Okay, let's go around the corner. See if we can figure out how to get in there. Finish out the building we were in. Here's our bus stop. Don't see any. Ah, there we go. Here's our way in. It's just a pole on the corner. So far we haven't got any way in. We've only been around 2 corners so far, so. Got a couple of cars on the street. This is our 3rd corner. Oh look, he's waiting for the bus. This building though. This bottom level. Oh, wow. Oh look, a propeller. Cool. Oh, there's how we get in. It is chock full of these guys. We can use a little few of this. Brighten it up down in here. piled up around the pole there. Your pal down on the bottom. Tentacle left on the other side. Okay, are there any more in here? That's a caretaker. He's got the orange knee and everything. Some debris. When we get down to 20 left, we're going to have to head for the surface. We're pretty close to it. Okay, so we had all those red guys in here. No memories that I can find. That seems a little odd to me. Hope I didn't miss any. But I've been all around where they were. I don't see any. Okay. Well, that was that. Very interesting. Ooh, hello. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Your poo becomes my fuel. Okay, this is the first time I've ever had like one of these portholes at the bottom. Alright, so this has been a very unusual one. I think we've been around this side of the building. I'm not absolutely sure. Is it the fourth side of the building or? Well, we got light bleed here. Makes it hard to see. I see another building over here. See any holes? You been in this one? I'm not sure. Been in this one. Let's head over next door. badly damaged buildings. See a blue backpack. Okay. We're gonna have to head for the surface here very shortly. We're getting too deep for too long. So now we're outside of our building zone. There's our pavement zone. There's my anchor. I just want to make sure we get through all the buildings because I'm going around a block, but I'm not sure we've been in that broken down building. Oh, there's the other anchor. Another building here, or portion thereof. We haven't found very many bus stops. That seems to be pretty typical of the buildings down here. They have one around every corner. How many we got left? 14? We won't need them too bad once we get above the level of the 110 meters, and that's only 10 meters above me, so I think we'll be okay if we hang on to just a few more of these. And I'm not going to grind up the cars because we don't really need them. What's that? Mattress? Yeah. No, we need fabric. We'll take that. They have lots of fabric in them. Okay. Okay, so this is our leaning-outy wall. Back around to the big building. Gone in a big circle so far. I don't think we've completed the circle, but we've come pretty much. There we go. Car. Beat up building. Yeah, we're gonna have to head for the surface now. All right, well, let's get up out of here. Overstay, welcome. Ah, there's one more caregiver there. And with that, we must say adieu. Sacre bleu. Yep. Oh, there's another one. Oh man, there's a huge one. Oh, and a memory. Okay, I mean that's gonna have to do it. Well, you gotta head up. We are too far down. We just gotta get above that 110 meter mark. Oh, thank God. Now I can look down and see if there's anything else we want. Whew. Okay, let's just dive down for just a sec. We got a bus stop here. I think that might be the one where we saw the guy sitting on the corner. And we took the guy and left the... Okay, up we go. There we go. Whew. Well, that was a very interesting one. The roller boy inside the building. With the world's best battery. That was the last battery. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were overdue for heading to the surface, that's for sure. Where's the building from here? Okay, there's the building. So our boat should be... I gotta remember to mark my boat in yellow. Because then I can see it on the map when I'm down underwater. There it is, I can see it now. See our diesel tanks. Nighttime. Boy, we got a lot of good loot there. What was the name of this one again? Hampton? Is that Hampton? I think so. Just let me go look at that. Yeah. Hampton, yeah. Hampton Grave. There we are. That's what I need to do before we go down. You mark the boat in yellow and then you can see it when you come up. Very nice. Well, that was sure an interesting one, and if I missed anything down there, which is entirely possible, it wasn't within the buildings. It could have been off to one side or the other, but I didn't see anything there. So I think I'm going to head back here and offload a boatload of resources and lighten the boat up a bit, and I'll just I'll get going on that, and then I will shoot another waypoint somehow. If you touch the map and hit E at the same time, you make a mark on it. Alright, I will probably get going for that, and then I will bring you guys back. So let me go get the stuff into the grinder first. grab what's in this little doohickey since it's right next to the boat. Ooh, titanium. Bye-bye. Hello. You had me, eh? I think not. Pick those guys up before we leave. See if we got anything in our net. Well, we used up every single one of those batteries that we made. Looks like maybe I had one left I must have picked that up when we were down there. Isn't that funny? It really gives you peace of mind to search around longer when you have a lot of those big batteries. I've been wondering. I wonder if you could build a battery down there. Huh, like one of the big ones. But I don't know how you'd power it. You'd have to take like 100 feet of... Yeah, you couldn't do that because they don't let you go that far. An interesting idea though. You gotta admit, it's an interesting idea to take... Whoops. Wow, I'm a lot lighter. Oh, we might as well get you going on some more of those. I'm gonna need them eventually. 20, 25, 35, 45, 65, 70, 85, 90, 95, 100. We'll use them. I'm not used to being so light. We got some titanium. We got some memories. Programming manual. And a Sudoku book. What's that give you? Patience? No, logic. Okay. Those are both logic things. Interesting. I always wonder if the things you find are trying to tell you something. That's full. That's full. Full up on glass. Don't give me that. More room in that one. Did get a couple of grenades as well, which is really nice. Let's see. Oh, that was going in there. I was trying to open this one. Copper, and let's just put that in there too. That'll be kind of a catch-all. Alright, now let's get this started and then we'll close the door on all this noisy stuff. Whew, nice sunny day. Oh, another one popped up. All of our bio fuel. some of those I think might have been ones that popped up from where we were killing things down below, because the ship is right over that spot. One for these because they've got cloth. Ah! Hold still. Where was the other one? There it is. I wonder if they popped up from down below, you know? So here's like a tire or something. Well, that was floating on the surface before I headed up down. I saw it. Get on this sucker. So this must have popped up while we were... I got the stuff out of one of these just before we headed down. Okay, back to the ship. I wish you could, like, if you named your ship, if you could have the name written on your boat. That would be really cool. Because I named the ship the Buoyant Hope, and that would be really nice to see that when you come up and get to your boat, like written across the stern, or you know where it typically is. Oh, I missed a couple things there. Oh well. Put this in our biofuel. Oh my god, we got a lot of it. So we'll put it all in there. It will start making biofuel fast. Everything on here is so noisy. Okay, now let's get some power. Surprise. Full. Yeah, we gotta dump some resources, man. We're just chock-a-block. Okay, I've got fiber, fabric. Now, believe it or not, we have completely filled our aluminum. Isn't that great? Well, let's go on, sail back to Central Warehouse. It's only 3.6 kilometers away. There's another one just popped up. Man, if you sit stationary in one place, it would seem those little supply thingies just keep popping up. Okay, off we go. Ooh, stormy seas. move my legs around. I'll go over here and I'll deposit some more things and get everything there kind of straightened away and made into a actual warehouse. I put a lot more power there the last time I was there, so I could run the fabricator, and I want to put water tanks there so I can fill them up from the boat. There's one thing we can't make yet, which I hope they add, is a saltwater pump. So I have the bailing pump here on board, which will pump salt water, and I have a purifier set up which will pump. Hello, Bruce. That's that there is Sanctuary 12. Oh, hey, hang on. I've been saying I'm going to do this, and now I'm actually going to do it. Is it always shoots one chalk above what you're aiming at, so you have to aim a little low. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Missed him. He's pissed. Okay, so now let's use this and attach it to the rifle. There we go. Now we can shoot Brucey. Someone told me that if you shoot Bruce with the electric rifle while it's attached to the backpack, you get a bit more powerful shot. Trying to tempt me to come out on here. We're definitely hitting him. And we're definitely hurting him. I think they've changed their behavior to try and get you to come to the edge of the boat. Because they are now powerful enough, whoop, there he goes, to actually jump on the boat and pull you off. They up to the shark strength in the last release. See any more bits? Do not. Back to in the fact that we started killing angels is why we have more titanium. I'm not putting the red one in there. The red one gives us really cool stuff, so we're not going to do that. So that was one of the things that's been bugging me while going around the seas, has been the occasional rare random mine just floating around in the middle of the ocean. And you say, well, that's not a big problem. Oh, there, see them? It just popped up. They pop up when you go by. I'm absolutely sure the passage of the boat triggers them. Well, it's not a problem in daylight. And sometimes at night, if it's calm, you can see them before you hit them. But sometimes you can't. And then you hit them in the stormy seas when you can't see jack in front of your boat because you're not expecting it. Because most of them are within half a kilometer of a point of interest, but every so often there's one just kind of floating around in the ocean in the middle of nowhere. And the last time I think 2 or 3 times now, I've said, you know, I should just shoot those things and get rid of them because I didn't hit it this time, but the next time, because you're crisscrossing this ocean all the time and from different directions. You just never know when you're going to be coming at it from a backwards place. The last time I was here, I killed a bunch of them at the central warehouse. But I think there were still a bunch of them behind the warehouse in the backside that I did not take out because I don't go that way. Now they do put debris into the water. So if you, after you shoot them, you can go collect up some plastic and some wires and metal bits. We don't really need that right now, and there was a shark in the water, so that didn't seem like a good idea at the time. See off to the right there, that's one of those tiny little nodes that we visited. I found out what NDS stands for. They were doing experiments, putting like pinkies and red bubblies and the red and black ones. They were putting those in those nodes to see how exposure to the sea and to the elements in the sea would affect them. Hi, Bruce. I hit you. And there's a data log about it saying that they had a fatal injury when one of the people who were supposedly they would put the base down, they would put the capsule down, and then they would inject the capsule with a biological, which was some sort of goo. Yeah, see, there's still mines out back there. I think these are those octopi. Yeah, that's not a mine. It's getting on toward evening and they feel a need to show up. So I'm gonna dock around the other side where I made the warehouse type. And I'm going to dock as close as I can get so that I can slow down a bit here. I can pump the water across. all possible. I want to try to get the back of the boat backed up to that. That area there. That's where we're going to put the water. Oh, there's a ladder right there. How handy. Okay. So here's our freshwater tank. I'm going to get some. Got 75 meters. I don't know if that's enough. We'll find out. And we're going to get this thing working on. Oh, wow. I think it made a few batteries. Alright, now let's get this going on some water tanks. I think I'll make 3. 2, 3. And I need some iron and some plastic. So I can make some connections. Water tanks. Pushy little boogers, aren't they? I think I'll build one up here and then drop down to that. That's the best way to handle railings. Is to come from above, in my opinion. Because then you don't get hung up. If you try to bring it up here, you'll get caught on all that stuff. Okay, now I did put a lamp in here. There we go. So what we did was we moved the fabricator that we found down underneath the giant grinder up here. And I want to make water tanks for it near the end where the water connection is, right here. We don't want to mess up the connection there, so we might have to move that a little bit. Try to create a like pretty complete little fabrication place here. It was a good suggestion from one of you guys. And since I won't have water pump here, I will do the next best thing. Which is pump a whole bunch of water up here now. It's just temporary. All right, now let's go turn on the pump. Already on. So why isn't it working? Let's take this off temporarily just in case that's it. Had problems in the past where it wasn't connected directly to the power. That should have... Oh, I know why. There we go. Had anything to do with this at all. Nope. I had it turned off. That's pretty much solves that problem. But they do like to be plugged directly into the power. They don't like to be... Let's see what will happen. Yep, it's working. Alright. I changed my statement, but I have had trouble with that before. Alright. How are we doing then? Got some more stuff to throw in our... Yep, that'll be full in no time flat. That water pump really works a treat. Guys in here. Not all of them. thing I want to do is... Now see, that's gotten damaged again. Probably from me standing on it, if I had to guess. I love this rifle. Yep, love it. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, that one went too high. Got two more. That was a little bit delayed. That was funny. Alright. That's it, I think. There might be some more out around behind, but... Oh, let's see. Have I damaged it again by stomping on it? Oh, you know what I should do? Just check the boat, yeah, because Brucey might have... Yeah, it took about 3.35 things of damage. Talking to a gentleman who said, why do you keep the you keep having to repair these, so why do you keep them on the boat? And the reason only is because sometimes you're doing stuff that's very power intensive. Like I had the food processor on here, and that was very electrically taxing. And if you wanted to run that at night, and you also wanted to, say you wanted to go somewhere at the same time, and you're using both the electric motor and the diesel motor, then you're eating up a lot of power. And that Typhoon class creates 10 kilowatts. I believe it's 10. And even the Cyclone creates 6 kilowatts. So they are very effective in keeping your power up. So if you're doing something super power intensive, like the distillation of oil, for instance, that is a hog. Pumping the water uses a lot of electricity. Anytime you're doing anything, especially at night or in a storm, you can't replenish the power you lose with the solar power, but you can with the wind power. So as long as they're not costing me aluminum, or even just a little bit of aluminum, I'm willing to continue keeping them repaired and in use. But the minute they start costing me too much, I'll take them out. Wait for the water pump to finish. See how that moved the cable aside when I pulled it out? There's so much detail in this game. It's absolutely astonishing. So many things that the game does that are just so incredible. Oh, let's put back. Oh, we'll finish doing what we're doing. There we go. Drop off the red meat so that I don't accidentally feed it to the diesel machine. Okay. Put our white hoses away. We don't need them anymore. all those batteries on me. Same thing here. I've got several cyclones here because I wanted to jump start my battery production. So like when I first start, I'll get rid of these eventually, the wind ones, because I won't need them. But when I first started, I went through and you want to get your batteries just up and running quickly, and I put them in at night. Then you put in the wind ones. It's a good idea. I've got 3. If I start running the fabricator, that's going to drag that down pretty quickly. Let's add a battery. Let me place it because it's going to interfere with that cable, so we'll just put it here. There we go. And then I have to put my oops, I have to put my tool away before it'll start to build those, and it's doing that. I don't have the stuff for it, but it's on me, but it's on the boat and we're very close to the boat, so it's letting me. I think I've mentioned this before, but when I first got started, it wouldn't do that. You had to be, even in the second room of the boat, you couldn't create stuff from the back room of the boat. And it was very frustrating when you had supplies that you had made and you stashed, but it wouldn't use them. How fast the existing batteries and the power on a sunny day fill that battery. That's why I really do think you should have quite a few batteries on board your boat, because everything that you're using. Oh, and I have a battery inside the warehouse too, which I could probably remove because I had it in there so I could refill myself while I was hacking up all the stuff that was in there. Oh my gosh, you guys, it took me, I would say, maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to grind up everything that was in the warehouse itself, in here. And some more stuff has showed up. Look at that. I ground up everything. I put everything into the shredder. And now some more stuff has showed up. This is cool. A lot has shown up. I think this is why it's caused, why we're getting double and triple of these things in the crates, because it's remaking them. I threw the donk forklift through this thing, and I was on it at the time, and I meant to drive it in there and then let go and jump off, but it doesn't like you to let go, and it hauled me in with it, and I was it was chewing on me, you know. It was very fun. I wish I had that on camera. I don't think I did though, because I was sort of fed up with the donk. It's very difficult. Oh shoot, very difficult to steer. And after you drive it around a little bit, especially if you drive it with the forklift part up, the thing just goes bonkers and wobbles all over the place. And the only direction I could drive it at all was backward, so it was making it very difficult to steer. Oh look, even up in there, they've come back. Well, I won't be able to get them because I ground up all the things I could stand on. Ah! Sometimes I can get up on there. Hang on, I can get on the end. There we go. Oh, I won't be able to get them out, I don't think. Because you can't bend down completely and grab stuff. I might be able to jump in there, though. Nope. I don't think. Yep, I am in here, aren't I? No, I'm on the lower level. Can't reach. It's okay. I don't really care. But they'll start spawning back in, I think, and they'll start spawning in double and triple. I think they're on like a perpetual... Yeah, because look at them all. They're all back. Oh, cool. I got something else new. Yeah, sometimes stuff just keeps spawning in. These things I think are a little bit glitchy. These are the donk pallets. So everything you do with a donk is a little bit on the quirky side, shall we say. A little bit. That's okay. It's new. Want to bear with it until they get the kinks worked out. It was fun to drive around, and I did use it to lift up the... I jumped up on it to climb up there. I still haven't made it into that tube there because it requires a slightly lateral jump way up high right over the shredder. And though most shredders, you can't throw yourself into the small recycler. You can be damaged by the large one. It won't kill you, I don't think, but I'm not sure. Well, see, here's some more. Jeez. And they're already starting to double up. I love that you can throw stuff pretty far. You just have to look up, get it airborne. Look at the distance you can get out of that. Yep. Nope, they're all over the place. At least if there's only one in there, you can actually lift it out of there. When there's 2 or 3 in there, you can't get them out the door because it's they get hung up on the edge of the door. But with one in there, it doesn't do that. So you can pull it out of there. Kind of wiggle it a little bit. That's it. All the ones I can reach anyway. And I've looked around in here and I can't find any other secret places. So you have to climb up there. You have to jump across to there and then jump across to there and then climb up to there and then jump back to there. And I can do all of it except this one to there. It's a lateral jump into a small square opening and I just can't make it. I've tried like 6 or 7 times and I just can't make the jump. You do have to turn this sucker off too before you try because you stand a pretty darn good chance of falling in it. I It's metal and plastic. They look only plastic to me, but it's like a never-ending supply. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this warehouse was pretty complicated. And it's just, there's just stuff everywhere. So that was the other thing. Oh my god. Was this, did I already take this out of here once? I think I did. I think it's filling them right back up as soon as you take the stuff out. Yeah, and so you can jump it from there also across to there and to there to get in that upper part. Or you can get into it from the back side once you get the electricity to the right place and can power the doors. But yeah, there's a lot of jumping involved in this warehouse. Okay, let's go see if the water's done. It should be. Hearing the threat music. One thing I will say is that we've got lights on in here, but it's still pretty dim. Yeah, I see that lit up one right there. That's what you're trying to jump into. So I know there's going to be some good stuff in there, and I could not find a connection up on the roof that got you in there. Now, it could be that there is a way in from the roof. I don't know. I looked everywhere, though, and it's not easy to get up on the roof, so there you have it. I'm not going to try again. It's quiet here now that I killed off all the angels. So anyway, I could probably get rid of that battery because we probably don't need it, but when you're walking around in there, it's nice to have the capacity to charge yourself back up. Well, it's not done yet. What do you know? Let's go check on progress. Oh, it's because I'm doing 3. We got about a little over half. Alright, so we're going to be sitting here dicking around with this for a little... Oh, sorry. Doing this for a while. And I've got some stuff in here to make some more solar and or I put some ammo here as a backup, you know. Not much, but as just if you're going by and you run out. And I've got regular stuff, silicone, fabric. Actually, I've got some of that on me, don't I? Or is that aluminum? That's aluminum. Unfortunately, they're all upside down, so that's gold, copper, iron. Don't need any more of those things. Alright, so this is what I was thinking, was to just make, you know, boxes for everything up here and fill them up. Maybe have like 1 or 2 of each of the more like coppery. I think that's copper. Yeah, there's a copper there and a copper over there. No, that's one thing about when you're putting boxes up, it's very hard to tell when you're putting them on the wall whether you have it right side up or upside down. very difficult to tell. So my thought was just to cover this whole wall with boxes, and then I could just offload stuff from the boat. And I'll do the majority of this on my own time, but the only problem is when it's over the window, it won't let you put it there. And it won't let you hang on the ceiling over there. Actually, I think it will, but I could just put them down here. No, I can't tell. When you look at that, can you tell? Which side is which? I sure can't. They don't give you enough clues. You want the bands going down the front. No, I can't tell. Plus, I shouldn't base it off of the ones I've already got because they're all upside down. Now, why is it letting me do it crooked? This place isn't tipping. So why won't it do it straight up and down? That's weird. We've been asking for snap to grid because why should that be sideways? Set up. Miracle. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope, I'm not sure it is right side up. Yeah, it is. The right side up. But you still won't be able to read. See, because that's on the side with a big black thing. So you can't. I couldn't see that part, so it's still wrong. Oh well. I'll make them color. That's why I made them color coded. About 3. 3 more that we're going to make. I don't know what I'm going to put in them yet. Once we get them all set up though, and once we have a lot of supplies here, and once we have this all hooked up, we'll be able to make pretty much anything we need and stockpile it here. Then on the ship, we would just take the, oh, I'm just not making this for this. Yeah, sometimes it's a little hard to count how many you're making, and also it doesn't always understand everything that you're asking it to do. All right. Three-quarters there. So now we've got 5 additional boxes that we can fill up with stuff. And I could get this thing to make components. So, like, I could make all the components for a particular thing that we need and just keep them on the boat, right? And then I could put all the raw resources here, or not all of them, but a good portion of them. And then we'll be able to make what we want. It's a good idea. If we have just the pieces part, say to a Lazarus pod, then we will be able to make that. Now, some of the things that require titanium I might have to make on board the ship because I'm not putting the titanium here. This is a small oxygen generator. Yep. So that's what I plan to do, is just sit here and move a lot of supplies up here, and then make a bunch of parts and put those on board the ship, so that we have parts for cyclones, parts for Lumimaxes or Lumids. I don't make the Maxes very often because the Maxes, though they create a lot more power, they also take titanium. And not just a little titanium. There are two different components of it, I think. Each take 1 or 2 titaniums. So, like a 4 titanium commitment. So that's what the plan is for here. So I'm going to go on board the ship. And I'm going to grab a bunch of basic stuff. Actually, I think I'll take it off the dock, or the deck, because I could use more free space on the deck, and I have so much of certain things. I have a ton of gold, so let's grab all of that, and we'll grab all this iron, and we'll grab all this copper. Take all the gold. What the heck? Quite a bit of it. I've got 2 other boxes of gold, so don't worry. More iron. Yep. We can take the rubber. Got another whole box, 2 boxes of it downstairs. Let's take about half of this plastic. Don't need a lot of that. We've got like 3 boxes of it. All up there. We'll get some more from down below, but this will alleviate some of the crowding problem we have right now on board the ship. I guess it would be a good place for just hanging out, in between. I think it's going to be central, at least for now. It's the most central area. Didn't bring any glass. Bring any additional fun. That's the gold. We filled that right up, didn't we? Excuse me. always have way too much iron. Okay, this would be black. I'm going to write iron on there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to see that wording because I think it's going to be on the underside. Okay, that's already full. Gold. This gold seems a little greenish to me, so I made the color a little green. Oops. Okay, what else have we got a lot of? That's it. That should do her. Copper. I think I've got 2 things of copper out here already. Okay. So basically, that's the plan. And I won't bore you anymore with a 200, less than 200 to go. So we're almost done there. You know, it doesn't take any power at all to pump water. Well, it does on the boat, but up here to put it into those tubs, it doesn't take anything at all. That was interesting. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take away the boxes that we had up here that are now redundant. Let's get rid of that one. I'll move everything around. Shuffle things. Oh, that's nice. Now I got some walking space up here on deck. Yeah, I'll get everything shuffled around. But it is nice to have more room. Get everything reorganized later. Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. Dang it. Hit the wrong button. There we go. Got some glass in here. As I said, we're not short of any of these items. That's for sure. I got more gold up in here. Nope, in here. That's full. Those 2 are full. So yeah, we gotta get rid of some of these boxes because they're just everywhere. Try to get the boat a little lighter. And I would like to reduce the amount of weight that's on the deck up top here. So I'll rearrange everything and get that all straightened around. And next time you see the boat, hopefully it'll be looking a little bit more streamlined. Oh, looks like we're done. that one. This pump always sounds like it's running. Then, you know, a little while later it'll shut itself off. Alright, so let's get up here. And we'll go ahead and kill all the hose. We can always come back and redo this anytime we want to. If we need more water. That worked out pretty well. Pretty straightforward. As long as you can back up the boat to where you want to put it. Right now, let's just go ahead and put a water thing here. Not sure it's going to let me put it there because they don't like being under other things. Now we've got that one powered up and ready. Can make anything we want. Well, that's done for the day. And then I'll go back out to the boat and I think I'll bring in some titanium. We've got plenty. There's a storm coming in. And other than that, I think we're done here. I'll go take care of like making more stuff like I wanted to. And like I said, next time, I think we're gonna go look at York because I read some things, and one of my watchers has let me know that I think I missed something fairly sizable at York, which is right up here. No, here. So it's kind of a long drive. So I think I'm going to do that the next time. And let's see, have we been to all of the underwater buildings now? I think we have. This is Lincoln. We've got Salem. And now we've got Hampton, Dover. There's Winston, Norfolk. Yep, we've been to them all. We've been to all the underwater ones. I'm not sure we've found everything that there is to be found there. So that could be something where we would want to take another look at it. And that's the other thing. And then we have to also go back to Lazarus and make the monkeys. Peter, Mickey, Mike, and Davy, and get them to Exodus to ship them off. Now, I believe I prepped Exodus before I left, so I think it's all ready to go. All we have to do is make them into people, and then sail them on down there. And so we can either do that before we go to York, or we can go to York first and then do it. But since we're going to go right past it, I think maybe we'll go make the humans first. Go launch them over here and then head up to York. That's going to be a long trip up to York from there. In the interim, I'll try to figure out where the caves are, guys. I'll read some more of those data logs and see. And we've been a couple more places now, and we still didn't get any more. Well, I don't think we did anyway. Let me double check. Nope, we're still sitting at 22%. So, I don't know how we're supposed to find it. Are you just supposed to luck into them somehow? That seems ridiculous, because this is a big map, and how are you going to find them? I couldn't find the one that we did find without a very specific coordinate. So I am going to read all these entries in the log data on my own time and see if I can't find any more clues. And then, well, if I do, we'll head out and try to find those caves. Thank you very much for watching. I think I'm going to close it down today. Oops. And as always, thank you for liking the videos. And if you feel that you like my content, to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, they're welcome on my YouTube vids. And also, if you'd like to play the game yourself, there's that free demo out on Steam. So thank you once again, and we'll see you next time.